Kicking off this morning in the sauna. I got a steamer right here, so I got a red light therapy. This is just a personal one. Personal sauna, one chair, touching both sides. Got a nice little window right here. Also got a window right here that you can't really see. But anyways, starting the day off right. I like to start the day off in the sauna at least 3 to 4 times a week. This right here is a great form of recovery and just relaxes me first thing in the morning. A lot of people do it after the workout. That's fine as well. I recommend that too, but anytime you can actually get it in. Red light therapy is actually recommended first thing in the morning, so I want you to think about that as well. If you want to think about that, you don't actually have to think about that, but that's just what I'm doing, man. I'm gonna take you guys through, not necessarily just a full day, but I am gonna be showing you guys majority of it and showing you guys the meals. Right now I'm waking up at 2:12, 2:11, 2:10 on some days, so you can say that the whole October, today is Halloween, October 31st, you can say that the weight has been consistent all throughout the month. So we have no weight loss, no fat loss, none of that, right? Just been consistently training, working out, and this week I actually did a lot more recovery than normal. Last week, I actually messed my shoulder up a little bit, so I had to take 2 days off, which was pretty beneficial to my full just training split in general, my full training frequency. Taking those rest days are important. You guys want to make sure that you are prioritizing rest because that is where you grow. All right, rest is where you grow, not the other way around. You're not working out in the gym and growing muscle. You're actually doing the work inside the gym, tearing down the muscle fibers, and then when you are at home or wherever you're at recovering, resting and recovering, that is where the muscle is built. So I need you guys to focus on that aspect, the recovery side of things. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. What I've been doing is every day posting a video where I'm just sitting down, talking to you guys, giving you guys the advice, giving you guys the practical tips that are going to help you build that ultimate physique. That's what's very, very important right now, building that ultimate physique. And I know you guys are struggling, especially my guys out there over 30. I know we think that we're getting older and then the metabolism slows down and we can't build muscle because the body doesn't work the same. But that's all garbage. We all can get the same benefits that we did in our 20s. We just got to make sure that we are doing things more strategic. We are being consistent and we are staying dedicated to the journey. So tap in. I'm still fasting right now, guys. I have some plans throughout the day, but I am still fasting. So this right here is just, again, recovery first thing in the morning. I'm not doing cardio this morning in the garage because I'm actually doing cardio outside today, which I'm gonna show you guys that in the next clip. So y'all stick around and let's have a good day. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Have you ever wondered why stair climbing is so often recommended by trainers and fitness experts? Well, let's talk about that while you watch these clips of me and a couple of my guys from work as we, climb the stairs and check out the city. All right, let's talk about why climbing stairs is one of the best exercises for burning fat and building the lower body muscles. So first, let's talk about fat burning. When you climb stairs, you're engaging large muscle groups, your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. This means you're using a lot of energy, which translates into higher calorie burn. And the best part, it's high intensity, full body movement that boosts your heart rate and gets you sweating in no time. We were drenched while we were out here. It was crazy. But that's key for fat burning because the more energy you burn, the more fat you're going to lose, especially when combined with a healthy diet, of course. Yep. We walking. We walking. But it's not just about burning calories, all right? So stair climbing also helps with muscle building. It's a weight-bearing exercise, which means it builds strength and endurance in your lower body muscles. With every step, you're working against gravity, which forces your muscles to work harder. So over time, this results in more toned and defined legs and glutes. And if you're looking to step it up, you can add some variations like taking 2 steps at a time or adding some ankle weights or even wearing some type of weight vest to add some more poundage to you. And this will all just increase the challenge and build even more muscle. So whether you're trying to burn fat or build muscle, stair climbing is a killer exercise you can add to your routine. But don't forget about consistency. Consistency is key. You need to add stair climbing into your workouts a couple times a week and you'll see some serious changes. Hit the stairs, burn the fat, and build that lower body. All right, let's get back to the video. Just wrapped up the Bisbee 1000. So right now I'm tracking. Give me a second. Gotta wait for my Apple Watch to clear. Texting the queen right now. But we just finished up. I think we're about almost 5 miles because we did a little extra walking and it's been almost 2 hours. So wrapping that up. Now we're about to go to a vegan restaurant. So not sure what they have. No, I'm not vegan. One of the guys we got with us, he is lacto vegetarian. I think that's what they call it. So he's taking us to a vegan restaurant. We're gonna try that out, but I'll show you guys the food and all that. But that would be the first meal. I'm still fasted at the moment. I saw my morning routine, just a sauna, resting, relaxation, and just getting ready for this. And then just finish up this cardio. Got a lot of steps in, burned about 600 plus calories. So feeling good, and now I can actually eat. And it's about that time. All right, it's looking like an hour and 48 minutes so far. 568 calories burned and 4.8 miles. So it's looking pretty good. All right, you guys, let me show you real quick what I picked up. So what I picked up from out in Bisbee, where we just at with the 1,000 steps, and I actually weren't just there, it was actually there a while ago. It is now 3:40. I actually got back around like 2 o'clock, maybe like an hour and a half. I had to pick up Bunny from school. She is now eating her snack.
Here we go. Okay.
With her, what are you wearing for Halloween?
What's next? Slime.
Oh, Care Bear.
To go to a swamp.
Yep, she got a Care Bear on. And I'm just me. I'm just dad. But check this out.
So here's our
I grabbed a cookie. See that?
Looks like it's gonna happen.
A cookie, I want a cookie.
See that right there?
I want
This right here is a Nutella chocolate chip cookie. You know what Nutella is?
So we should have slime.
What?
I'll just fly
a
up here.
a chocolate.
Back up here to see what I can find. All right, slime.
I had it like the Nutella cup.
This is good.
Go off the list. And I guess here I might as well just put on my chest plate. Get
Very
just
good.
some slimes.
You can have it.
Let's kill this one.
I don't eat after kids. Yes, you can have it. Because I got a lot of it right here. So I got a pretty large cookie. It's actually a little bit crispy on the outside. I don't really like crispy cookies. I like all soft. But the inside is soft.
There's one.
But there's definitely crispy
Here we go.
outside. Look at that. Oh, man. This right here fits no macros at all. We're just not going to count macros today. All right. Today, we just won't count macros. Because I want to show you guys something else that I picked up. I met these guys out there, and they were actually bee catchers. Let me not butcher what they actually are. So I will put what they are. I'll link their YouTube channel underneath here. But they actually are the creators of Killer Bee. If you know anything about Killer Bee, which you may or may not, it's out here in Bisbee. I don't actually know if it originated. I got to do my research on it. Talk to the guys for a minute. They actually go out to people's homes, or they started going out to people's homes and actually taking down bee nest, if you will. Buildings, homes, doing all of that, right? Killer bees. And then they actually just went into business and actually started producing it like such and selling it naturally. So if you go to the store and you go to the honey aisle and you buy the honey, that's not the same thing. This right here is natural, raw. and better for you. When people talk about local honey, they're talking about things like this. Local honey, actually local within your environment, your city, that local. When you go to the grocery store, that's actually local to the United States. But anyways, there's a lot of benefits of honey. I'll go ahead and list a few benefits on the screen right there for you guys. I'm going to use it right now as my form of glucose, fructose for my pre-workout. I'm about to go to the gym, so I'm actually going to take some of this honey butter that I have right here. This is the raw truffle butter, or rum truffle honey butter. I'm going to take some of that. If you know, you know. But we're going to go ahead and get some of that in, as well as this cookie. All right, the cookie is getting into, so we're getting a lot of sugar and carbs from the cookie, but we're also getting that raw honey effect. So that's what we're going to do right now. Again, Killer B. Tap in. I put the link right there on the screen, and I also again link their channel. They actually hit 100K a while ago. They actually had 109K on YouTube, which is crazy. Definitely inspirational. They just live stream them going out and actually taking down the bees and going to work. So very, very inspirational from those guys. I think across all of their platforms, if you look them up on like TikTok and Instagram, I think they have over 1 million subscribers, followers, fans, friends, and family to the channel. But anyways, enough of that. I'm gonna go ahead and train. I think I'm gonna just do a back and hamstring day, so posterior chain day. We won't get it in. It's been a long time coming. I missed 2 days of training, so today will be my first day back, and I'm feeling good. So let's get this in, man. I'm gonna catch y'all at the workout because I am going to record some of my clips, and I'll throw it on here for you guys. So let's do that. All right, fellas. So if you've ever wondered whether strength training is the same as muscle building, or if you need both to see real gains, then enjoy this video, enjoy these clips, because I'm about to explain some things to you. We're talking about how strength building and muscle building go hand in hand. I'm going to break down the science, why you need both in your training, and how you can actually optimize your routine for maximum growth. So let's just get right into it. So enjoy the clips. This is a back workout. I'll be doing some deadlifts, some rolls, some pull-ups. I didn't record the whole workout, but just the clips, and it was a really good one. Now, when we talk about strength training, we're focusing on increasing the amount of weight you can lift in a specific movement, like bench press, squats, and in this instance, the deadlift. Essentially, strength training is all about improving your ability to produce force. The goal is to lift heavier weights, which makes your body adapt and get stronger over time. On the other hand, muscle building, or also referred to as hypertrophy, is the process of making your muscles grow in size. It's about putting your muscles under enough stress to cause them to break down, then rebuild bigger and stronger. But here's the kicker. Strength training and muscle building aren't separate goals. They actually work together and feed off of each other. Let me explain. When you lift heavy weights, especially in the 1 to 5 rep range, your body primarily builds strength. You're training the nervous system to recruit more muscle fibers and generate more force. However, this process also lays the groundwork for muscle growth. Now, why, you ask? Well, simply because the stronger you get, the more weight you can lift. And as you progressively overload your muscles, which means gradually increasing the weight or reps over time, that constant tension leads to muscle breakdown, which is the first step in the hypertrophy process. Now, this isn't to say that strength training alone will guarantee massive muscle gains. You also need to incorporate hypertrophy specific training. Let me say that again. You also need to incorporate hypertrophy specific training. This typically involves moderate weights, higher rep ranges to be exact, like 8 to 12 reps, and shorter rest periods, all of which put the muscle under sustained tension for longer, which encourages that growth. Now, to back up what I'm saying, I don't want to just give you some gibberish. I want to let you know that all of this is coming from credible sources. But let's look at the study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research. This right here investigated the relationship between strength and hypertrophy. And Schoenfeld actually wrote this article. This was back in 2014. He actually did the study. But the study found that both low rep, high weight strength training and high rep, moderate weight hypertrophy training led to muscle growth, but the mechanisms differed slightly. Let me say that again. But the mechanisms differed slightly. In other words, when you focus on strength, you're also creating the conditions for muscle growth. As your strength increases, you're able to progressively increase the load on your muscles, which is key to stimulating hypertrophy. Now, in this study, they observed that subjects who trained primarily for strength had a significant increase in muscle mass, especially in larger muscle groups like the quads and the back. And of course, subjects who focused on hypertrophy saw muscle growth as well. But here's the important part. Those who did both strength training and hypertrophy training had the best overall results in both strength and muscle size. This supports the idea that combining the two methods is the best approach for long-term growth. So how do you actually combine strength training and hypertrophy to get the best of both worlds? Well, here's a simple way to do it. I'll break it down for you in 4 steps, okay? So first and foremost, your first one is going to be starting with strength. Your primary lifts like squat, deadlift, bench press, or overhead press should be focused on building strength. Use heavier weights, about 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max. So you need to find your max so you can use those percentages. And you want to be performing 1 to 5 reps and focus on progressive overload. Every week, try to increase the weight or reps slightly. Now, the second thing you need to focus on is following up with hypertrophy. After your strength training, move on to hypertrophy style exercises that target the same muscle groups. For example, after doing heavy squats, you might do leg presses or lunges with lighter weight and higher reps, around 8 to 12 repetitions. This ensures that you get the muscle building benefits from sustained tension. Now, the third thing you need to focus on is including your accessory work. Strength training can neglect smaller muscle groups, so don't forget about the accessories. Isolation exercises like bicep curls, tricep pushdowns, or calf raises are excellent for rounding out your physique and increasing overall muscle mass. Now, the last thing you need to prioritize is going to be the recovery. Strength training is taxing on the nervous system, while hypertrophy training places tension on the muscle themselves. Make sure you're recovering adequately between sessions, getting plenty of sleep, staying hydrated, and eating enough protein are all essential for maximizing your gains. Let me say that one more time. Getting plenty of sleep, staying hydrated, and eating enough protein, they're all essential for maximizing your gains. So what's the takeaway here? What did you grab? I'll let you know what you should have grabbed from my spill. To really see muscle growth, you need both strength and hypertrophy training. The two aren't mutually exclusive. They complement each other. Strength builds the foundation for muscle size by allowing you to progressively lift heavier, while hypertrophy training maximizes muscle fiber recruitment, leading to growth. Together, they create the perfect formula for building muscle and getting stronger. Now remember, you don't have to choose between the two. By combining strength and hypertrophy in your workouts, you're not only increasing your lifting capabilities, but you'll also see the muscle size and definition you're aiming for. Now, if you want that personalized training that focuses on both strength and muscle growth, you need to hit me up for that one-on-one coaching. It's the second link in the description box. It's an application. You fill that out and we can lock in ASAP. But don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, and continue to watch the end of the video because I got some more meals for you. All right, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. All right, you guys, last thing that I'm eating tonight is going to be a whole bunch of chicken tenders and some french fries. Chicken tenders, and then we got the french fries right here. Got the air fryer, handy dandy. Let me show you the tenders we got. So me and the queen actually just got back from a huge grocery haul loaded with chicken and fruit and all kinds of things. We got that beef over there as well. But this right here is the chicken tenders. So lightly breaded, just bare, so more on the nutritional side. And then we got a bunch of other things. Fries, not so healthy, but we're getting it in. The workout was extremely good, just real chill. I call it chill, but I did some deficit deadlifts. Those were on point. I did the barbell rows. Those were on point. I actually did some high foot placement leg press for the hamstring. Did that. And I also did some rows for the back, single arm. Real chill workout, some pull-ups. Just trying to hit the back a little bit, hit the hamstrings a little bit, nothing crazy. If you guys have not already, first link in the description box. That is a free 5-day quick start for you guys. I threw in a bonus. It's actually 6 days. So 6 days, it's gonna give you a free nutritional plan, a free workout plan, and some educational videos. It's gonna be 6 educational videos, I think 5 or 6 educational videos for you guys on a daily to just help you kickstart that journey. And then I want you guys to lock in with me so I can get you on that 30-day shred. And we can really get you that fat loss and that muscle building that you're looking for. Today was a real chill day when it comes to eating, training, all of that. Nothing too crazy. The cardio was outrageous. 5 miles up on the incline. That was intense. Burned a lot of calories there. Then we hit the deadlifts, burned a lot of calories there. But still a real relaxed day, nothing too crazy. And as far as eating goes, nothing strict. You guys know nothing strict over here. The lean bulk is still in effect. 212 this morning. I'll probably be 209 again next week, maybe even 210. But I'm gonna try to push it a little bit. We're gonna grind some things. I'm gonna talk to you guys on another video, but we're gonna try to push it a little bit, try to get that 205. We try to keep bringing that body fat down and keep building muscle. The goal is always to keep building muscle. So that's the food right there. Extremely delicious. Some chicken tenders, some fries, nothing too crazy. Delicious. Does it fit macros? Probably does, but as far as my eating went today, macros all over the place, so not worried about today, but today was a good one. If you guys like this video, I know for sure you'll like this one. I need you to tap in right here. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.